Hi, my name is Karis Katzen, and I'll be presenting an overview of the theories of adolescent development. Development is the scientific study of patterns of growth, change, and stability. Social development is the way individuals' interactions and relationships grow, change, or remain stable over the course of their life. Adolescence has many descriptions, but can include the period in which children develop into adulthood. Hendry and Klebb call it a tumultuous but unique time in life. Theory of mind is the ability to understand mental states, which means making inferences about others' cognitive and emotional mental states. For example, theory of mind applies to social development because of the ability to understand others' thought processes and emotional states, which is helpful for adolescents to build and maintain relationships. Attachment is the enduring emotional closeness that creates lifelong templates for the preconceptions of the value and reliability of relationships. John Bowlby said secure attachments in life make it easier for people of any age to interact with the surrounding world. Hazan and Shaver did a research study on attachment and relationships, who said, just like with the developing children, the ideal situation seemed to be an attachment that functioned as a secure base from which to reach out and gain experience in the world. For example, in cases where adults had weak attachment, there were feelings of inadequacy and the lack of intimacy on the part of both parties. But when attachments were too strong, there were issues with codependency. The relationships functioned best when both parties managed to balance intimacy with independence. One theory that includes adolescence is Freud's psychosexual theory of development, which focuses on the reemergence of sexual interests and establishment of sexual relationships. Freud said that children experience a plateau of sexual and romantic desires in the previous stage, which is called latency, at 5 or 6 years old, up until adolescence, roughly at 11 to 12 years old. This explains a child's transition from boyhood or girlhood into the sexual nature of adolescent behavior. However, many question the validity of Freud's research due to fallacies in his logic and the small amount of observation he completed. Erikson's theory of psychosocial development describes the positive change in adolescence in the awareness of the uniqueness of self and the acknowledgement of roles. The point of Erikson's stages is to solve an internal crisis so the person can move on to the next stage. If they fail to solve this existential crisis, they are considered unsuccessful, but can still move on to the next stage. In this stage, one must become aware of their identity and their uniqueness to become a fully functioning adolescent and proceed to adulthood. Teenagers start to realize more than one point of view at once. For instance, their identity as a student and as an athlete that coexist, that are connected aspects of themselves. According to Erikson, if an adolescent does not complete this stage, he will enter identity moratorium and not experience the full emotional reward of an established identity. In conclusion, a theory by itself could not begin to encompass every aspect of adolescence, even if all the research supported it. Adolescents need theory of mind and secure attachment to successfully achieve the goals of this stage. My references. And my group members are Molly Danner and Christina Johansson.